Eric the Midget is on the phone. This is the greatest. You know, Eric is under this delusion that I have nothing but time when he calls in.
He's a big star.
Yeah, and he's been calling the back office over and over again saying, that's it, he's not calling in anymore.
Didn't he write us a couple of weeks ago and said that was it? He's really done.
Yeah, I tried to explain to Eric that it's not that... Listen, I like Eric, and I like to take his call when I can. And I understand his frustration. Sometimes he's on the phone for 4 hours trying to get on.
But nobody keeps him on.
Right, he should just hang up if he has something to do.
But he doesn't have anything to do.
Right.
Poor thing.
Eric, hi.
Yes.
Did you hear what Robin and I were just saying? That you don't have to hang on the phone when you call. And you could try, and if you don't get on in 10 minutes, to hang up. It's so simple.
It would ease your frustration.
Of course.
I would do that if I didn't have anything to say.
No, but we are taking your call.
Right. In other words, take the attitude that, like, let's say you have something to say. And you say, hey, I want to call into the Stern Show. And let's say we don't pick up after 10 minutes. You say, okay, I gave it a shot. Didn't work.
Maybe I'll try later.
Right. What about that attitude? So simple, right?
That's reasonable.
What do you think?
Yeah, I guess, but I'm not under any fucking delusion. I'm not a fucking delusional person.
No, you are.
No, I'm not.
Do you ever listen to your own voicemail? It's insane. Here, wait, listen to this. Is Eric? Eric, listen like it's not you, okay? If you can. What was that noise? Did you just expire?
No.
Eric, listen to your own voicemail to me, and then comment, but pretend it's not you. Listen.
Hey, Gary. I was leaving this message in hopes that maybe, unlike all the previous messages I left on Will's voicemail and also on my calls of the last month or so, that this message would not get ignored and that I would receive a call in the morning during Wednesday's show. You know, I've been trying to be a part of the show for the last month. I have come back. Remember, back at the end of July, Johnny reluctantly got me to come back. I had no intentions of coming back. I would still not have made one call.
Why does everything in your life have to be either or? You can
You know
come
what's
back.
funny to me?
Yeah.
He reluctantly came back, and we won't even let him back.
Right. now he's screaming, why do you guys want me back?
I
And then you
came
don't.
back, and now you won't even pick up.
Eric, listen to me. I hate to tell you this. You're a caller to a show. So if you don't get through, don't get angry. Just hang up and go on with your day. This is crazy.
Try tomorrow,
Or don't.
if you really want to talk.
First of all, are you back on the show or not?
Yes, but not on a regular basis like I used to be.
Right, because a lot of times I get too busy.
And Eric, we're only
No,
doing...
not
What?
only that. I'm not actually calling in on an everyday basis just like I used to.
Right. Which is fine. Whenever
But, we're doing fewer shows.
That's right.
And they're pretty jam-packed, these shows.
There's very little time for nonsense.
Maybe it wouldn't be jam-packed if you worked 4 days a week.
That's right, but I don't want to.
There's a thought.
By the way, all of December we will be on 4 days a week.
Maybe you'll get on.
Yeah, we might need you. All right, Eric, listen. I tell you what, I'm not going to keep you on too long, but a couple of weeks ago I did want to speak to you.
Oh, yeah, you had something.
Well, now I got something new for him because
Really?
he blew it on this one. They were looking for a guy to manage the bunny ranch.
What?
Yeah, like to be the ambassador. So I had said to them, hey, what about Eric? He loves the bunny ranch. He'd have to relocate. I mean, I think he'd actually have to live there.
Oh, my God.
But he'd get laid every fucking day. It was
Eric, you didn't get in touch with us?
Yeah, so I tried. Then it was at the point where he wasn't talking to us. So I said to Gary, no, tell him to call in. I got the perfect job. He didn't call in.
Wow.
And that's it.
Well, Gary never told me that.
Yeah, because Gary said Eric doesn't want to come on the air anymore. You see, don't put that out there. Just kind of be a guy. When you can call in and you get through, you get through. And if you don't get all pissy.
Look at what you missed out on.
Acting like an angry woman. All right, forget that job. I got another one for you. You ready for this?
Okay.
All right, listen to this one. I get a call the other day. Someone says, is Eric really an actor? I said, yeah, he wants to act. So you know the girl who played my wife in the movie?
Yes.
Mary McCormick.
Right.
She's got her own show.
He knows that.
Yeah, I asked to be on it a couple months back.
All right, so guess what your hero Howard, and please call me hero.
You want a name change.
Yeah, I'm Howard the Hero. So listen to this, Eric. They wrote you a part.
Wow.
Just like this. We've been in touch with the guy. That's what we've been working on.
4 lines.
Yeah, you got 4
Wow.
lines.
Should have told him what he'd be playing?
Yeah, and by the way, tell him the guy who arranged all this and all that, too.
It's the guy who's a showrunner for the show In Plain Sight. It's a guy
You
named
know what his showrunner is?
I've heard of that position.
The position is he's the whole deal on the show.
He's like the producer, right?
He's everything.
He writes, he produces.
The producer blows him, okay?
Ooh.
Showrunner. You need a good showrunner.
He's the man in charge.
He's the man in charge. That's right. Go ahead.
It's a 4-line part where Eric will be playing the landlord of a building where a hoarder lives, and Eric complains to the hoarder about the mess.
Can you do that, Eric?
Can Eric complain?
Listen, you couldn't write a better part for this kid.
Is it a part you'll take?
Yes.
And then your head explodes.
Your head doesn't explode.
That sounds good to me.
How cool.
See?
And you call up yelling and screaming at people.
Then you're yelling and you're all worked up. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, I'm working for you. The only reason you're getting this chance is because I know Mary and I know the guys, and they're willing to put you on.
Right. You also know a lot of people that are involved in TV shows.
How about thank you before you start begging again?
Haven't heard one thank you.
Yeah, he's already about to tell you what you didn't
you
do for him.
haven't done
Right.
enough.
Oh, my God.
Eric, I don't do this for anybody.
Excuse me for bypassing that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Was that a thank you?
No, he hasn't done it yet.
He said, forgive me for my
No,
pain.
so
said,
he
still never thanked you.
Excuse me, but he hasn't thanked you.
But I do forgive you for bypassing the thank you.
Now,
Thank you for that.
All right. You're welcome, Eric.
Beat it out of him.
Yeah. Now, when is Eric required to go to work? I mean, I know they got to deal with him.
Well, the guy said, he wanted to know what to do next.
I see. So, Eric, what is the best way? Is Johnny still your manager?
is there a contact person?
Well, I believe I will give him a second, I don't know, it's maybe more than second chance to deal with this. And, this will smooth things over between Johnny and I if he gets this done.
All right. So, Johnny and you have not been speaking?
Really?
Not really.
And so you will call Johnny and say, Johnny, will you handle this particular job for me?
Yeah, hopefully he's awake now listening to this.
I see.
Of course, who knows? He's probably out on Ambien at the moment.
All right. So, Eric, now,
Eric has management
how
problems.
would you like us to proceed?
Well, if you could have Will email contact information to Johnny, and then Johnny could talk to this person.
I'll tell you what. How about we email you the contact information and you get in touch with this guy, or Johnny get in touch with him?
I'll
How's
send
that?
it to you right now.
Yeah, because we don't even know if Johnny will take your calls.
Right.
We have no idea about this.
Yeah, Johnny might have had it with you.
Right.
You are a bit of a pain in the ass.
I don't feel that way.
Well, you haven't been on the dealing end with you.
And by the way, this isn't carved in stone in any way, because I said to the guy, I think they shoot in Arizona.
Right.
And I said to the guy,
No,
listen,
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Right.
I said, you have to understand, with Eric, it's not easy to get him from A to B. It's this whole
Right,
thing.
there's always logistical problems.
He said, we'll do our very best.
Wow.
So there is stuff to be worked out here.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. There's plenty of opportunity for this to go wrong.
You got to rent a van. You got to hire a driver.
Yeah, because,
What about-
or will he fly?
You got to pay his credit card bills.
What about the oxygen tank?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Should we get an ambulance?
Yeah. What is the name of the show? I forget.
In plain sight.
In Plain Sight.
So, Eric, I'll send this to you right now.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
You'll be co-starring with Mary McCormick, a very attractive woman.
It didn't sound like she was
Right.
necessarily in the scene.
Probably not. She might want to work with Eric.
Never know.
No.
Maybe if Eric's good in rehearsals, they expand his part. You never know.
Eric needs a scene where he fucks someone. Like has a love scene.
Well,
That's what
now,
I'm- that's
I
what I'm
think that
working on.
takes more than 4 lines.
I'm working on that next. This is a warm-up. If he does well with this, I'm going to hit the guy up and say, hey,
You're
listen.
going to have him in a love movie, a romance?
Like where he makes out with Mary McCormick or something. What do you mean, oh? It's
Mary
acting.
has a new love interest?
Hey, listen, Mary had to make out with me. It can't be much worse being with Eric. Look at my face. I think Eric's better looking.
Now, you know how Johnny kept saying I turned down that cartoon
Yeah.
a voiceover? There is one cartoon that I wouldn't turn down doing a voice on, and I know he's a fan of your show, Beavis and Butthead, the creator, the fan of your show, Mike Judge.
Yeah, actually, Eric would work on Beavis and Butthead.
I was going to say, he sounds too much like one of the characters anyway.
Have you been watching the new season?
I have.
Yeah. Last night I was watching.
I have.
Yeah, I was watching Beavis and Butthead. Cornholio came back.
Love Cornholio.
And he's, Buttholio. And it turns out they think that he goes to a cult, and they think that he is the cult leader. And they're about to score with these chicks, and they don't realize it. And they leave. All right, Eric. Well, there's the good news, and let's wish you luck with this new acting job, all right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Eric the actor. Hey, Eric, what do you think? What do you think about this talk that they're possibly going to tap me to be the judge on America's Got Talent?
Do you watch that show?
Yeah, and you obviously haven't listened to your voicemail.
What did you say? Did you say something rude?
I don't think you're right for it.
Thank you, and I hope you enjoy In Plain Sight.
Yeah. Enjoy the job I just got you. Eric is such a prick.
The best.
What did you say in the voicemail, if you can say it quickly?
Just that I think they would lose a lot of advertisers and stuff like that.
Why?
Well, because the fact that companies like McDonald's and Ford and,
Yeah, but
companies
I'm not
that
doing that. I mean, I'm just
advertise-
judging talent. I mean, they put Steven Tyler on there. The guy was a fucking drug addict. They put him on American Idol.
No problem.
No problem. I mean,
Not
he
one-
fucked 20 billion girls. It's chronicled in his book.
Well,
But he went on there, and he doesn't go on there and do weird shit.
Not one sponsor blinked.
I could go on and judge talent.
even, you read yesterday from what I saw on the internet, you read yesterday an article about, a family TV council not wanting you to be a part
Yeah,
of
but
it.
fuck them. Hey, would I have your support if I do it?
Yes.
Well, yeah, because Eric's only saying they might lose sponsors. He's not saying you wouldn't be a good judge.
Yeah, I mean, Eric's really against me.
I know.
No matter what I do.
He can find the cloud in every silver lining.
Until he started insulting the producer, Charlie Sheen was on 2.5 Men, and look at him. He was actually accused of hitting his wife.
Hitting her, trying to choke her to death.
Right, and throwing her down the steps or
On
something.
Christmas Day.
Right, on Christmas. And you're telling me that
Sponsors would have a problem with you.
with me, I'm a saint compared to Charlie Sheen.
Look at how people were reacting to one of your guests yesterday when he was part of Dancing with the Stars.
What did he just say?
He's talking about Chaz in some way, but I don't know what his point is.
Well, people were trying to boycott Dancing with the Stars because of him, and it sounds like that will be the same way.
Yeah, but meanwhile, they saw him
put
on
him
there,
on anyway.
and it was no big deal. Nobody cared. Just
Do you
seems
think that
it just
people should
seems-
not do things because people might object?
That's what he thinks. Eric does.
Well, people could object to you, Eric.
You know, Eric, All in the Family wouldn't have gotten on the air if the network was cowardly.
No, that's true.
And
But there also was a time in life when handicapped people were supposed to be hidden.
That's still going on, you know. How many handicapped
Right.
people do you see on TV?
I don't see that
How about
many.
zero? When's the last time one
Well,
of the hosts...
JR is standing in for all of them.
Well, JR, he's unusual.
There is the character on Glee, but of course it's played by an able-bodied actor.
Exactly. Well, dude, I just got you on another TV show. In Plain Sight, starring Mary McCormick.
Thank you.
And you could be a little more supportive.
You could even be a little more enthusiastic.
Right. You could be a little bit more supportive of when I have some good news. Seeing as how I'm the only one who seems to care if you get on television or not.
Well, my enthusiasm probably would be higher, but I would just woken up.
Oh, all right. Well, that's legitimate.
Oh, really?
He just woke up. He becomes alive.
You told me, Howard,
He comes alive at about 2 o'clock.
You finally got me something I've wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I think I could wake up and be enthusiastic, sound excited, and thank you profusely.
And at the very least, you don't have to leave mean voicemails saying that there's no way I should be on America's Got Talent. And while you're at it, send him some Cheetah Power Surge. He needs energy.
Obviously.
Oh, no, I can't take energy stuff.
It's all natural.
No caffeine.
No caffeine.
Oh, because of my valve problem, I've been told to stay away from that.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Oh, that's
we
too
don't
bad.
want to increase your heart rate at all?
we don't want him having more energy. What time of day is good for me to call you so I can hear you supportive and enthusiastic? Because I'll call during...
Just before you go to bed? Is
Yeah.
that-
I mean, what is the time that you come to life?
I did try calling in tomorrow during the Celebrity Super Fan Roundtable. I'll have enthusiasm then.
By the way, tomorrow night...
he wants to talk to all the stars.
Tomorrow night, there's a big celebrity superfan roundtable. Eric just reminded me.
Who's on the panel
It's a
this
very
time?
good panel. These are all super fans of the show, discussing the channels. Gary, give us the stellar lineup. I know one of the people's Howie Mandel, one of the judges on America's Got
Really?
Talent. That's true.
Well, that'll be a big topic of discussion then.
I believe so.
See what Howie knows. I hope they put,
Yeah, maybe Howie can tell me what's going on.
do some waterboarding.
Did you know that he was a guest last night on one of your non-favorite shows,
What show?
The Tonight Show?
I was
And?
on the Tonight Show.
Howie Mandel.
Oh, Howie was. No, I didn't know Howie was. And by the way, Howie Mandel.
But did they talk about Howard?
No.
No, actually, they talked about Mobbed, his show he got next week on Fox.
Oh.
Oh, Jay's not
Jay
bringing up
didn't
my
realize
name.
there was some big news that could be discussed.
America's Got Talent. I don't think actually it was even brought up in their conversation.
Yes, nothing to talk about there.
If you got on America's Got Talent,
Go
which
ahead.
is an NBC show,
Right.
would you do the Tonight Show if they asked you to?
No.
Because they're part of the same
I would
thing.
absolutely not. Fuck Jay. In
Not
fact, I
even
would
a-
demand that Jay step down as the host of the Tonight Show.
Oh, now you're going to run the network.
Yeah, I'm very close to running the entire network now.
not even a-
One of my demands in my new America's Got Talent
Is
contract
that you now run the network?
that the Tonight Show has to end
Oh,
with
it's
Jay
just
Leno.
gone.
That's right.
Can I
Who
make
will
a,
be there at 11:30?
Big blank space. Anyway, so what do we do? How do we
Celebrity
wrap this up?
Superfan Roundtable
Yes,
tomorrow
yes.
night?
Who's on it?
David Arquette.
Excellent.
So first, always hosted by Jeff Probst and Natalie Maines.
They're back. Okay.
We always
They're
start
the
with them.
best. They're the best hosts.
So you got David Arquette.
Right.
You got Howie Mandel.
Right.
Mike Judge, who's a daily listener.
Eric loves Mike Judge.
Somebody you've never met, but a huge fan, Tony Hawk.
Oh, wow. He's a
He's a
skateboarding guy.
Big listener.
Okay.
Mark Tinker, the producer-director, is going to be there. Of
All
course,
right,
his father's
let's
Grant.
not say anything about Grant.
No, let's say...
I'll say plenty of
We're
things.
going to ask him, what's it like when you love a show and the host trashes your dad?
Right.
And then Paul Feig, who's the director of the movie Bridesmaids, who's also a daily listener.
What a great movie.
And I got to tell you, even some of the people that wanted to come that couldn't make it, I spoke to John Goodman.
Yes.
He lives in New Orleans, but he's a daily listener.
Wow.
And John Tesh, he's in the studio right now, or he would have come
John
as well.
Tesh?
What
John
studio
listens
is he in?
He's making a record.
Get out of here.
You know John makes music. That's
He
his
still does?
His living has become music.
Howard, he called me about 6 months ago. I got a message that John Tesh called. So, of course, in my mind, I go, I got to call the guy back. I wonder what he wants. He probably wants to get on the
thought
show.
he hated us.
No. And he said, I just got satellite. He goes, I missed like the first 4 years I got satellite. He goes, I can't believe how good the show is. He goes,
Really?
it's so much better than it was on terrestrial radio. And he just called to say, I just wanted you guys to know how great it is and how much I missed it.
Well,
Wow.
welcome back, John. She's still married to that hot piece of ass?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
You're kidding me. What he went through to get Connie Selica. What John went through to get this Connie Selica.
It was like Benji.
Let me know
Uh-huh.
if you got to school.
Well, that's what happens. Once these guys get the girl, boy, he took out a helicopter. He flew her to the top of a mountain, and he had his music playing, and I think he proposed to her on top of a mountain. You're telling me now he's divorced?
I don't know that they're
I
divorced.
don't know. Let me just look it up.
Shame on him.
This computer drives me crazy.
The work he went through for her. That's the
But
greatest
I
of their...
do, vaguely back in my memory somewhere, I think there was a divorce.
He tours a lot because, like, the last time we were doing Superfan Roundtable,
Right.
I tried to get him. He's like really into doing it, but he's like, I'm on tour in Europe right now.
Really? In
he
Europe?
he still works a lot.
Wow. He's into new age music.
Yeah, people love that.
Yeah. All right. Hey, good for him. He's a nice guy.
But anyway, it's tomorrow night on Howard 101 from 7 to 9 Eastern.
He appears to still be married. Okay.
Good Lord, you can't even find that on Wikipedia. They don't say. They don't know.
Well, you got to go to Connie, and apparently she's a born-again Christian.
Yeah,
No.
We knew
Like
that.
John
Yeah.
is.
We knew that.
She's been there for a while.
Oh, isn't that a bitch?
We knew that when they got hooked up.
Right,
all
'cause-
that hot equipment, and it's probably impossible to
I have heard from some who know that those are the wildest women
no.
because they're,
I think,
sexually repressed and they go crazy.
I fucked a few born again Christians, and it's no party.
I think he had to wait a long time.
Although then again, maybe it was because it was me. Maybe they
You
are a
can
party.
never rule that out.
Come to think, very few women are a party with me. I'm not kidding. Sometimes I meet wild women, and then it
They're
scares.
not that wild.
No, they're wild, but it scares me, so they calm down because I don't even know what to do with a wild woman. I really don't. I've had wild women, and I go, oh, I don't know what to do. I honestly don't. I'm a disaster. Calm down, honey. You're making too much noise. Hey, Eric.
Yes.
All right, so Gary's going to email you, all right?
I did already.
Yes.
All right, it's done.
Thank
And
you.
it says, like Tesh, Selica is a born again Christian. So he is already in that situation.
All right. Hey, later, Eric.
Okay.
Bye.
Talk to you later.
Right.
Just remember, you were on for a good long time.
And do a good job on that show. Make me proud. These people are...
Don't be a bear in negotiations.
Yeah, and Mary's a friend of mine, so behave.
Right.
I don't want to hear any sexual harassment charges against you.
I won't do what Herman Cain is accused of.
All right, Eric. Thank you. There's Eric, the actor.
Eric, the complaining midget.
He
Is
didn't
it-
have to say that about himself.
Eric, the completely unfunny midget. Eric, the annoying motherfucker.
All right, Eric. Thank you. Hey, it's so funny. I was taping something for Howard TV yesterday,
Yeah.
and they're doing some sort of special on that. There's like a couple of guys around here who have bromances going on.
Oh,
Like-
really?
Like there are guys back there
Who
on the-
love each other.
who love each other, mostly, guys on the staff who just kind of like have formed relationships.
Yeah.
And I didn't
We
know.
know about Sal and Richard, of course.
Well, they go, do you know about all the bromances? I go, well, yeah. I said, well, I know John Hine and Gary,
yeah.
and I know that there's Richard and Sal.
Yeah.
But the one I didn't know about was Will, our producer, and JD.
Really?
And, yeah, like they have a whole bromance.
I thought it was going to be Will and Scott DePace, but I think that's over.
No. It's Will and JD. And
I see.
the way it was described is that Will is more like the father figure to JD's son.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, listen to this. This is what was explained to me.
Okay.
That Will...
I love this.
Yeah, me too. I was fascinated. I was in there way longer than I needed to be.
No, he's not my daddy. Shut up.
You were outed.
So Will evidently, I didn't know this, and this got me annoyed, and they probably shouldn't have pointed it out. It seems that whenever I'm reading live commercials and Will and Jason is in here, there's a behavior where Will pushes JD.
Yes.
Not true.
Well, evidently...
They have little contact?
It's a little reciprocal.
No,
it is true because they have tape of it.
Yeah, they also have tape of him doing the same thing to me.
Yeah, after you started with me.
Because sometimes when I'm reading commercials and stuff,
you see JD falling all over the place?
No, sometimes I hear JD laughing inappropriately, and I realize now it must be his relationship with Will, that, the two flirting with each other.
No, we're not flirting.
And so...
He's way more flirty with me.
Shut up.
So I said, that's a relationship that's flown sort of under the radar. They go, oh no, like back in the office, they have a whole thing, and they're really into each other.
No,
and they've teamed up.
He insults me all the time.
But it's sort of like, from what I understand, it's like George Clooney and that girl Elizabetta. Like Will is the father figure.
No,
And I'm Elizabetta.
Call me daddy.
No, whoever explained this to you is completely wrong.
Do you love Will? You can go ahead.
I get out of here, will you?
That's the whole spin. That's the spin they're going with on
I don't
Howard TV.
know. I don't know what they're watching, but it's a lot. It's like a big brother bullying me than anything.
Yeah, they said Will seems to bully you. So.
Yeah,
Dude, this guy has 50 pounds on me. I'm not bullying anybody.
Oh, all right.
See that? That was violent. That was a violent move.
You see what I deal with?
So you're in love with Will.
Yeah.
I'm in love with Will.
Just admit it.
No, get the fuck out of here.
And then you guys, do you guys
Do you
lunch?
pal around?
Do you guys lunch together?
No. I don't eat McDonald's every day, like certain people around here.
I don't eat it every day.
Do you talk after the show?
Yeah. There's a lot of conversation that goes on.
When you're not in the office?
Yeah, they made friends.
Yeah. Everyone's kind of friendly, though, in the back office.
Yeah, we've been friends forever.
Yeah, but are you two special friends?
No.
Is Will your favorite here?
Is Will my favorite? No.
Who's
Who's
your favorite?
I'd probably say my best friend is John Hine.
He loves John Hine.
He does. Yeah, but John loves Gary.
Yeah, so you're in a triangle there.
I feel like a third wheel.
But there's this weird thing. John Hine comes in the morning, and he stares at you working. Does that annoy you? Because whenever I walk by that whole scene,
there's a staring. John Hine hangs around with JD in the morning.
like JD has his back to John Hine, and he's working, and John just stands there and watches JD work.
I do the same thing to him too.
He's watching TV.
I know, but like John Hine just stands there, like staring at JD. I would find that annoying. No?
I do the same thing to him.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are up to.
Hey, John, what goes on in the morning there?
That's not true.
Well, every morning.
No, JD and I talk a little bit, but then I'm not going to interrupt his work. That's
no,
why
but I mean,
he's
no,
here.
I don't say interrupt, but like you stand there and JD ignores you.
Well, that's JD is very difficult to communicate with at times.
So why do you stare at him all?
Well,
Why don't you just
I'll
leave?
wish him a good morning,
Right.
and we'll talk a little bit about things I might have seen on TV, whatever it might be, and then I wait for him to respond to something I say, and he doesn't, and so I let it linger.
It's not- by the way,
So you say things and JD doesn't respond.
He likes to do a thing where he'll say something, but only he hears it. He'll say it so low.
Maybe
and
you
then
have-
he gets mad at me.
Maybe you have a hearing problem because
I don't have a hearing.
you know what, John?
See that now he leaves.
You're not the only one because like JD has the next office over to mine. I walk by and I always like after the show I tap on the window and go, "Hey JD," and he'll just ignore me.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do, pretty much.
I say hello or whatever. You might not be able to hear it because the wall or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
I say, hey, what's up?
What, is he tapping and talking to you through the wall?
Yeah, you know that little glass wall.
Oh, no.
Sometimes he'll just go like whatever with his ring, and I'm like, hey.
Maybe he's deaf. That's why he talks that way.
Shut up.
Hey, that's true. He talks like a deaf guy.
Great. Thanks, Will. Real fatherly of you.
You got it, son.
Someone even said that JD's other big bromance is Teddy. That's the other
Is
one.
that-
I love Teddy. We hung out with when we did Artie shows and stuff.
Right.
So-
Teddy's your guy.
You bonded really strongly.
Yes.
All right, give me an F, marry, kill here, okay? You got to F one, you got to marry one, or you got to kill one.
This is
You
about
go.
guys. I can't do that
All
with
right,
guys.
I'll do it this way. All right. You're on a boat.
Okay.
All right.
Will's dead first.
He'd F me. Don't listen to
You
him.
got Will on the boat, John Hine, and Teddy.
Who do you
You can only save 2 of the guys. You got to kill one of them. Who do you kill?
I would save Teddy and John.
You would save Teddy and John.
Bye, Will.
He's just playing hard to get.
All right,
Don't
now
listen to
you're
him.
on a boat with Teddy and John Hine.
Uh-huh.
The boat's sinking.
Oh, boy.
But you can only save one. Who do you save? Teddy or John Hine?
I'd rather say John Hine. I love Teddy, but...
You're going to kill Teddy and save John Hine?
That is one heavy boat.
You see, it always reverts back to that.
All right. Well, that's pretty good. That's now I understand what's going on back there.
A lot of love.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of love.
Apparently, Jason has a lot of bromances.
You're on the Titanic with Will. All right, never mind.
Yeah, okay. Goodbye.
Who can I paint nude?
We done?
Eric, we had our conversation for the day. What is
What
it?
is he? He's back?
Eric.
So I'm calling back because I was trying to make a point, but got cut off.
Yeah, Eric, we were on with 20 minutes. People are going to write me and just tell me how. It's
You
enough.
forgot your point?
No, I did not forget my point.
It just takes you
Robin.
so long to get to it. Is there a way to do it in one sentence, your point?
Because the fact that I was trying to ask to be on other shows, and it's just the reason why is because I know you have a lot more pull with different shows than you kind of think you do, and having me on, other shows like Parenthood and other shows like that.
All right, listen to me, Eric. Eric, I got to
Write him an email, Eric.
Quick explanation. Any relationships I have with people in show business, the first thing, in fact, the 90 million thing doesn't come to my mind that Eric the Midget, Eric the actor should be on the show. In other words, this is something, I got to go. I got to go.
This is exactly not the time to do that.
Do you really think I would sit there and try to get you acting work on every single show with every celebrity I
But
know?
also, you just got him a job.
I know. He's concentrating on what he doesn't get.
That he can't take this job and negotiate it and get there and do it before he starts asking for other things is ridiculous.
All right, Eric, I got to go.
Right? Hopefully, I'll make my point when I talk to Shuli.
All right.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
A blockhead. He doesn't get anything.
I'm working on having Eric host the Oscars. Now that Brett Ratner's out.
Yeah, you have a lot more clout than you think.
Have you been living under a rock? Billy Crystal took it.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Eric. It was a joke.
Eric, the ridiculous midget.
Thank you, Eric. You talk about discovering talent. I was telling you, Ronnie, the limo driver. Ronnie used to just drive me. And then when I made him a security guy up here, and then he had access to being on the air, which was his fantasy because
It started in the hall when he started doing his own show.
Right. And then, we'd call him in on the air and stuff. And then, I don't know, lo and behold, he seems to have some sort of thing going on
A
with
charisma we haven't ever noticed.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about taking somebody and making them a star.
It's like taking a cigar store Indian and making him a personality.
Yeah, I mean, if I can make Ronnie the limo driver, they're talking about, for some reason he's clammed up about it, but...
Well, now he's in show business,
But
and he doesn't discuss his negotiations.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like, Ronnie's in show business, but he's still driving me. and Fox Television invited Ronnie to walk the red carpet at the Ultimate Fighting Championship, and he was on TV being interviewed.
This is sort of like Being There, the movie.
Yeah,
with
it's
Peter
weird.
Sellers,
Yeah.
where Chauncey Gardner was really a gardener.
Yeah, it's really weird. And, there's a special coming up on Howard TV. I just was watching. I just screened it. That's what we say in the business.
Yes.
And it's so funny. I don't know when it's coming out. I think maybe next week. It's Ronnie and Scott and Shuli on the road for that Ronnie's Block Party gig. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. It is so funny. It's such a great show. You guys are going to love it. Howard TV subscribers, get ready for a good one.
Is that the one where they said something to me and I just laughed uncontrolled?
Did you get my email about it?
No.
I wrote you an email. I don't know. Is your email an AOL email?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I have two on you, and I wrote you a note last night, but you don't read your email, so
here we go. I haven't been feeling all that well this week, and I may not have been reading.
Vaginal problems? Or
No.
Not too bad. I'd like to hear about that.
I only wish I could tell you that.
It's my vagina.
I have a paramecium.
What's wrong with you? Cold?
No, it's almost like, it's something like that. It's like my body got a cold, but I didn't. Mm-hmm. You know, because I've just been feeling a lot of body aches and pains and weirdness.
Check your age. I'm the same. I'm pretty much the same age as you, and that seems to be going on with me on a daily basis.
Yeah, but it doesn't. You know, this is very unusual for me. I'm just sort of slapped. I'm not knowing what to do.
Yeah.
Or why.
I know the feeling.
But anyway.
You're feeling bad.
Yes.
Well, anyway,
I might have missed an email. But...
I wrote you an email. I said the funniest part of the new Ronnie special with Scott the engineer, who is just a complete worthless blank. I mean, the guy does not flinch.
Gives that same expression, the unchanging expression.
It's unbelievable, that Scott. And when I see him on stage, it's the greatest thing ever. And so I wrote you because at the end of the special, it's not really ruining it. They say to Robin, what do you think of people paying $25 to see Ronnie? And she starts to laugh. It's a genuine laugh that is just...
It just caught me.
And then they go, what about the fact that there's $35 to go meet Scott backstage? And you lost it.
I did.
It was
amazing. I just couldn't even fathom.
It's the greatest moment. I love it.
Would you pay $25 to see Scott, Ronnie, and Julie on the block party?
People pay $20. Are you kidding me? That's about the funniest thing I've ever heard. Wow. I'm impressed. They can get $25 a person to see them. Now, would I pay it? Oh, God. No, I think I could get them to let me in free.
You're going to fall off your chair with this one.
Okay.
For $35, you can attend the meet and greet.
They just told me you can get a meet and greet for $35. This is... What? Why are there people standing in Zuccotti Park? Nothing's wrong with the economy. That's crazy. Who you get to meet?
Yeah, there was some really good discussion on the wrap-up show yesterday that I didn't get to. What was the thing I was thinking about?
Ronnie meeting the guy from Modern Family and them having that L.A. talk.
Oh, my God. You had to hear this. Ronnie's on the wrap-up show. And now Ronnie, he's got a development deal at Fox or somewhere, I don't know. And he's got, and he seems to be every week on some red carpet. And it's Ronnie, the limo driver.
They're flying him out to L.A. to, I guess, be a part of show business.
Yeah, and it's weird that he has anything to do with show business. And he does have a swagger now. It's kind of disturbing in a way. It's
everything, things go to Ronnie's head immediately.
Hey, I know where it is. Never mind, guys. Here's Ronnie. This guy comes in who's an actor on Modern Family.
Yeah, it's Eric Stone Street. He won the Emmy. I mean, he's
and you would think
plays Cam on
Is he the heavyset guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and you would think Ronnie and him are both in show business, and they bond over their show business discussion. It's pretty wild.
You ever done that, Ronnie? Made a love tape?
No.
Oh, wait. Is that the one?
No, it's 6, the last one.
Last one, okay.
We were talking about, what makes women happy, and Ronnie was commenting on poems are his thing. He likes writing a poem to a woman.
Does he know who Ronnie is?
I assume you.
Yeah.
Hi, Ronnie.
How are you, man?
Good to see you. You're Ronnie, the
limo driver.
Limo driver, yeah.
Right.
He knows.
I know.
He's got some sort of development deal with Fox Cable, one of the Fox Cable channels.
Fuel TV.
Fuel TV, really?
Yeah.
It's news that Ronnie likes to write poetry.
Yeah, well, wait. Just listen. This is Ronnie bonding.
I'm blown out.
Is that true? You write poetry?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yes, I do.
Where's one I've never heard you. I don't even see you read a book.
What do you...
And your grammar is horrible.
You think I'm an idiot, don't you? You really think I'm some kind of idiot?
I think if you took an IQ test, it would be extremely low.
You write poetry?
Yeah.
Let me hear a poem.
When I have to.
Let me hear a poem.
When I want to.
Roses are red.
You get a feeling, you go, I got to write that down.
No, not like that. If... I've written poems to girls, okay? Let's put it that way.
Oh, my.
All right. On wrap-up yesterday, he said that's his move. Not flowers, anything else.
No, I said also flowers. John, I said you have flowers delivered to their work. You don't have them delivered to the house. You have them delivered to work. So all the girls can see that they're getting flowers.
But you said the poem was your go-to move.
I said, and delivering flowers to work.
You don't realize that poetry to a girl's like douchey?
Roses of red.
Oh, come on, Howard. You know you've done shit like that.
Unless you're Shelley.
Poetry?
Well,
no
maybe
way.
love letters? Come on.
Love letters, yes. Not
Okay.
poetry, dude. Poetry's a tricky slope. You
Okay.
better be damn good at it if you're
I am good at it.
Let me hear you.
I can't remember offhand. I'll
Bring in
get,
a poem.
I will get
All
one,
right.
okay?
Okay.
I gotta hear this.
Roses are red.
Come on, Fred.
Violets are this. I'm pulling down my zipper. Give my cock a kiss. Ow!
All right, well, listen to the rest of this conversation between Ronnie and the Emmy-winning guy, Eric Stone Street.
I just got back from L.A. and I was told not to talk about it.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I understand.
Meetings.
He was at the fight last week, walked the red carpet.
I was at the fight.
I was there.
Yeah, I was there.
I didn't see you in the VIP room with us.
I was in the VIP room with my friend Brock Lesnar. I met him through some friends of mine, Kevin Harvick, the NASCAR driver, and
That's my buddy. I'm going to see him Sunday.
They're
At
good
the
friends.
race.
Do you want a date?
Yeah. I went with Kevin when Kevin threw out the first pitch at the Yankee game. We hung out all night.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you a race car fan? Of
I
NASCAR?
love NASCAR. Yeah,
NASCAR's awesome.
I got into it because of that. You know, it's like I grew up watching late models, you know, racing Kansas City. Kansas City's a big race town. But then once I sort of got to go to NASCAR and sit on top of the pit box and watch it from there, it's like, who could
awesome.
not be a fan of this? This is incredible.
Did you ever drive one? Did you ever go to any of the
I
schools?
can't fit in the car.
Are you serious?
No.
Come on. Now, did you ever go to the schools?
No, I haven't.
Try his schools.
Kevin has promised me he'd take me around the track.
No. You don't want to go around the track with Kevin driving. You want to drive it yourself. I'm telling you.
Stop yelling at me.
It's a great rush, man. I'm telling you.
You believe that conversation?
I don't. I have no idea what's going on. Ronnie all of a sudden sounds connected.
Yeah, it's a little bit sickening, isn't it?
Dude.
Be honest.
I
It's a
was.
little-
I sat there quiet until he started talking to me.
Right.
I didn't say a word.
No, I think what we're commenting on, Ronnie, is that it is unusual to see you, a guy we've known all these years, who is Ronnie the limo driver. Suddenly, you're more connected than anybody on the show.
Dude.
You're at this red carpet. You were at the NASCAR.
Well, that's all
you were with
because of
this
you.
one
You know
from
that.
No, I know that. I'm just saying I really am a great finder of talent, aren't I?
I guess so.
This is proof.
This is talent you didn't even know you had found.
I know. I am telling you, when you see the Howard TV special of Ronnie, Scott the engineer, and Shuley out on the road, you will not believe. I mean, this guy's making live appearances.
Mm-hmm.
You got to see what's going on out
This
there.
Friday night at Tootsie's in Miami.
Yeah, it's
All
like it's like Ronnie fever.
Everybody
Ronnie
loves
fever.
Ronnie.
We just booked a whole bunch of block party tours.
Yes,
That
so
we're doing.
that's going to continue.
Oh, yeah. January, April, March, we got rolling down the road.
I got the impression from the special that there's no way in hell Shuley was going to do another one of these. I mean, that was my overall
No,
impression.
man. We're booked in January in Portland and Seattle.
And why would you guys seem totally annoyed by Scott. Why would you?
I'm not annoyed by Scott.
You got to see the
Scott,
special.
I think, here's the thing.
Scott goes up there with his cell phone. He plugs it into the board, and he stands there
And
like
he
a
looks
robot.
at his phone.
And he looks at his phone, and he points at it, and he starts pressing buttons.
Scott is annoyed by himself. That's the problem.
Right.
Because we like him there, but he doesn't think we like him there. And he thinks that you don't like him there.
I don't care what he does.
We're not there.
I mean,
I
it doesn't
understand
matter
that, but
to
he
me.
has this feeling that everybody's against him now.
No, it's just amazing that anyone would pay money to see Scott stand there, and he doesn't know. If he's going to go, this is what blows my mind, and this is the difference between me and Scott. If I know I got to go up on a stage, and he's going to be doing it multiple times, I would prepare something to say. Even if I bought a joke book, I would have 5 jokes, I would say. 5 lines that I know always entertain the crowd and memorize them.
Yeah, but he's not really on the stage. He's there.
He's always on the stage. I saw the special. He gets up there with you. Shuley, Shuley's the main attraction.
Right.
You come up. You seem to be the master of ceremonies.
Right.
Ronnie gets up on stage and says to the crowd, I'm not supposed to be funny. I'm the master of ceremonies.
Oh,
in other words, he's preparing the crowd that
For
don't
nothing.
expect for nothing.
Yeah, I'm not funny. Fuck
Nothing's
you.
gonna happen.
But you don't
I'm gonna
stand
yell
there.
at you.
But you can't stand there and keep saying I'm not funny.
Yeah.
Every other word is either shit, fuck, or
Of
I mean, but
course.
like it's a barrage of shit and fuck. There's no content.
There are no other words in the English language.
Shit, I'm not fucking funny.
But literally,
God damn it.
Fred, that is what it is. Then Scott, all of a sudden, walks up to Ronnie on stage, and Ronnie goes, "What are you staring at, you bald bastard?" and then Scott goes, I'm here. I'm supposed to be here. No, you're not. I'm the master of ceremonies. You're not taking over my place. Scott goes, I'm not trying to take over your place. I'm saying hello. Fuck you bald fucking bastard.
2 minutes in the show, I'm pounding shots like
Right.
you wouldn't believe.
I mean, I don't blame you.
Pounding.
But surely,
Yeah.
Scott is again involved with you and Ronnie. All right, Ronnie has something of a role. He at least gets up there and appears to be screaming.
He's got energy.
Yeah.
You know?
Scott gets up there like a wall, like wallpaper.
See, now you're ripping him apart again.
Well, I'm just saying, but look,
He's
the guy,
all pissed off in there right now.
Can you write him? Surely,
Oh,
can you
no.
write him 5 lines?
Absolutely, I'll write him whatever he wants. I will do
But
for
he's
him.
so lazy, he won't even memorize
even
5
ask.
lines.
Listen, he comes up like before the shows. He's all about, well, do they have a mixing board? Do they have this? Do they have that? and a phone is being plugged into it. Like that's you would think that a whole band is being set up.
Surely
in there.
you're doing it again.
Yeah, but then
What am I doing?
Right.
Because he's back there very upset about this whole thing.
Oh, tell him to
Again?
grow up.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Why is he a baby? He's getting paid to do nothing.
He's upset because he feels that you're making an asshole out of him.
He's making an asshole out of himself. Believe me, so are you.
All you do is describe
I
what
understand that. I
happened.
know where I work.
Does he think
I'm
that's
trying to
does he
explain to
think
him
he's doing a
he
good
forgot
job?
where he works, I think. That's
Yeah.
what I told him before.
Where is he?
Scott, get in here.
Yeah, yell at him.
Yesterday, I come to both of them and I tell them, I go, look, we got for 2012, we got a bunch of shows. We're flying all over the place. A lot of people are interested in the block party. It's good news.
But here's my point.
But he immediately jumps online. And, well, the flights aren't adding up, and it's just like
Yeah, he researches.
doom and gloom.
But here's my point. He has gone up. Here's my point to you, Scott. Listen to me. I like you. This is not I hate you. I like you.
Well, he
I just can't.
feels you're against him.
Well, whatever he feels, I'm not. Listen to me.
The phone that I use to do my shit at these shows is a joke. That's the idea. It's goofy. That's,
Yeah, but it never.
that's the point.
Let me explain something to you. Every time you get up there, you have nothing to say.
I'm not supposed to say a lot.
Listen to me. But you're called upon. You go up on the stage. I see what happened. He comes out and he dances, and it's horrible. I mean, it's not funny horrible. It's just horrible.
That was Shuley's.
Well, but Shuley's trying to get him to do something. He gets out there, and the way he's staring at me now, he stares at the people.
I'm not staring at you.
No, whatever you do, he stares. He stares. So you know when you
You want me to stare at you,
when
I
you're
can stare at
standing there with that cell phone, and it's not really getting a reaction. Because a guy standing with a cell phone is nothing new. People have seen that already. This is the difference between me and you. I would say, okay, look, I got a little something going with Shuli and Ronnie. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go home. I do nothing all weekend except bowl. I'm going to go home. Rather than stare at a wall and wait for the next day of work, maybe I'll go online. I'll look up Henny Youngman jokes, something.
I tried that once.
Yeah. And then get 10 lines. Go up on stage. If one of them works, keep that one in. Get rid of the other 9, and then get more jokes. Not to be a stand-up, but to have something witty to say or some sort of patter.
Okay.
Working off Ronnie, I don't think, is the way to go.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. When someone is telling you're a bald bastard 100 times, it's not easy.
But why would
joke.
you?
What?
Here's
Calm
what would happen.
down.
Ronnie should well, he has nothing to say to you, and you have nothing to say to him. Of course, he's going to call you a bald bastard. He's trying to get something going. I mean, he's calling
He
it to
can
you.
call Shuli a bald bastard.
I
Well,
call him a
listen,
bald bastard also.
Listen,
I will say this. Howard.
I've never, ever in my life, Robin, seen a show like when you see this special on our TV.
I can't wait.
And when you realize, then they show Scott backstage. And someone has paid $35. Now, as you said in the special, it can't be that bad of an economy right now. If people are paying $35.
Things must be going great.
And you see Scott, he sits there and eats through the whole meet and greet. He will not stop eating.
No, it's not true.
He's got and he's got French fry grease on his fingers.
It's an eat and greet.
Yeah. It's an eat and greet.
Oh, it's supposed to be a meet and greet?
And I mean, someone's paid $35 to stare at this guy. And the audience leaves. They're completely dejected. They go,
Yes.
It was a horrible show.
No, they don't.
Wait till you see the special. And then they go backstage to Scott and Ronnie, and they go, show was pretty good, huh? Like, no, listen.
Completely oblivious.
The show goes, you guys got to come up with an agenda. Even Ronnie, you got to stop with the fuck and the shit and the I mean, some content. Talk about something.
All right.
Talk about your new TV deal.
The last show.
I can't talk about
Can't you
it.
get up and go,
I'm not allowed to talk about it
Can't you
yet.
get up and say to the crowd, listen, you're not going to believe this. Here I was a limo driver. I sat in a car
And they're
driving
going to boo
Howard.
me. They'll boo me for that.
For what? For having a conversation
Yeah, exactly. They don't like that.
That you're being successful?
They like when you yell at them. I'm telling you, they like it.
So yell it.
Rather
I was
than
a limo driver.
rather than tell a funny story or an anecdote,
Shelley.
rather than tell a funny story.
Right or wrong, they like when I yell at them. Tell them the truth.
Yeah, Ronnie comes out and says,
You
let's see
asshole.
some tits. Who's that? Let's see some pussy.
This is the show.
Topless.
Ronnie gets up there. So some girl is, I guess she's drunk. I don't know what she is.
Let's fuck some hoes.
Maybe she wasn't. She gets up there. She's a nice girl. Gets up. She pulls her top off. And then Ronnie goes like this. Oh!
So all of a sudden he's just talking to this
What's
girl.
wrong with that?
That's the whole show.
Screaming into the mic. He's hitting Ronnie's sound bites over Ronnie talking.
Oh, my
so
God.
it's like, and it's like 4 Ronnies.
It's the worst show.
All right, I quit,
Listen.
Julie, you fucking idiot.
So listen to this.
All right, I'm the new host now.
Listen
You're
to
the
this.
host, Scott.
Now you have a role.
I'm moving up.
In April, Howard, we're booked in Sacramento and San Francisco.
Yeah.
And I got a call from Eric, the actor.
Oh boy.
Oh, you got to get him on.
I want him on, believe me.
He wants to do the show. So my idea is, and I
What's
know
he
you're
gonna
not
do?
going to be happy with this, Ron, but I think it might be a good idea, is to have Eric host the shows in Sacramento and San Francisco.
Wait.
And
Whoa,
Ron,
whoa, whoa,
no. You can still be involved. You can push him out on stage.
Oh, I can't wait to
in between all the acts.
right off the stage.
So you'll still be driving in
Just
a
like,
way.
just like remember when Sal walked right off the stage?
Yeah, you can.
He's gonna do a wheelie right off the stage.
He's in. He wants to do the show.
Anyway, Ronnie's Block Party behind the scenes show begins airing on Howard TV November 22nd. And
I'll be there.
Oh,
I
don't
guarantee
miss
you,
this.
you will not be disappointed. And Scott, do you get the least bit ashamed when things don't work out? I just can't understand how you keep going back and doing it over and over again. And the shows are horrible. I mean, there's got to be a mechanism where you go, I need something to do.
Well, when you ask these guys for feedback, they're not going to tell me the truth.
I'm giving you the truth.
Because they're going to tell me
It was great.
It was great. It was keep
Scott,
doing
look
it.
at me.
Th-
You hear that they want me as a judge, right?
Yeah.
So I must know something, right?
Yeah, you probably
okay,
do.
I
know a
probably
little.
do. I've done pretty well in the business.
Yeah.
It's a horrible show. As bad as it is.
America's Got Talent, right?
When it's going slow, the show.
Oh my God! I wish you guys would audition. If I were to
Audition. When it goes when it goes slow, you bring it down even lower. I'm bringing you the truth.
Okay.
You wanted to hear the truth? That's
Thank
the truth. The way for you to be a hit, you get up there.
Keep dancing.
Even if you went, you go, I can't believe on the show they say I'm boring. Look at me. I mean, come on. That's not true. I mean, even if you were doing the whole...
Rodney Dangerfield, I get no
something.
respect.
Look at me swagger.
Something. You got to bring a puppet on with you. Anything.
You know how many people will come up to me at the shows and go, "Wow, he's really miserable." Like they go, not one person has come up to me after a show and goes, "Well, he's nothing like Scott on the air."
What a delightful man.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can think of that they could do, even if it's a game of some sort?
I mean, you've seen it for a while now.
Part of me wants to put bits together and make it a great show. The other part of me is sitting there as a comic, and Scott sits there and looks at me and goes, So I'm thinking of turning off the lights and running down the audience dancing.
See, that's what I mean.
And I look at him and I go, "That's fucking brilliant.
Right.
That's brilliant.
You're a genius.
Yeah, I need to see that."
Yeah,
And he wanted to put me in a dunk tank.
That's good. See, Howard, I told he's crying about money, right? I said, all right. I said, I got a guy. He can bring a dunk tank down.
Right.
We charge people $5
Right.
for one throw. You get $3 of every $5. And he goes, let me think about that for a second. You know what kind of line we'd have of people?
But I would watch that. At
And it'd
least
be
it's
fun.
something for you to do. Unless you have something to say, you have nothing. He stands on the stage there, and he like what he's doing right now. He stands, and he does nothing. I mean, you can't feel comfortable taking money for that.
Oh, I do.
Yes, he did.
Oh, you do.
He's got no problem.
Oh, and then on the the special that airs November 23rd, I got to tell you this part. They get done with the show. They get back. Now they're in the studio in Scott's room there where he engineers. And Shirley's in there and Ronnie's in there. And Shirley comes in with the news that perhaps there's going to be more shows. They're going to talk. Scott turns. Seriously. This is the greatest reality show ever. Scott goes, well, where's my money? And Shirley goes, what? He goes, I didn't get paid from the gig. And you know at these gigs, we're accustomed to getting paid right away.
Oh,
now, that's like, because he heard Artie used to say he gets paid. Right.
Exactly.
So he's hearing about, he knows nothing about comedy gigs. This man has never worked in comedy clubs. Now, all of a sudden, he's an
He
expert
knows
on
where
gigs.
the money comes from. He knows he hasn't been paid.
You work on a Friday, you can't fucking get paid?
Dude, do you think he's gonna fucking stiff you? Are you stupid?
Yeah, but I mean,
Give it a
it's
break.
fucking ridiculous already. It is fucking ridiculous. You want to do a show and get paid? I want to get paid. I don't, he's holding the fucking.
Wait a minute, hold on. They collected
money at the
cash
door
that night.
I
Why
don't know how
raise
it
the fucking
works,
money?
but I would
What, there a
assume
new controversy now?
Yeah,
we don't get paid.
You're gonna, dude. You think they're gonna stiff you? They're not gonna stiff you. What are you fucking crazy?
But I mean,
Yeah, but where's the
I'm
money?
here every fucking day.
Yeah, but
I'm here
where's the
every
money?
fucking
You're
day.
here, but the money.
Hello?
That's fine, but I can't create money out of fucking thin
He
air.
collected-
When the
did he-
promoter sends me the money,
Wait.
and you guys get paid? No, I haven't got paid.
Will get the
Did he not collect cash that night? Where's the fucking money?
I haven't gotten paid yet.
Yeah, I saw the stack of cash.
Where was the stack of cash?
Right at the podium when he was collecting as the people were coming in.
Well, I never.
That doesn't go to him. It goes.
Yeah, I never got a
you.
stack of cash.
Yeah, so where's
You're
all...
gonna get paid.
The
You're gonna
venue.
get
The venue
paid.
makes their money on the fucking.
This guy's not gonna stiff you. What are you crazy? I
Unbelievable.
can't believe you guys would like. It's frustrating, but yeah.
He's a
You'll
Jew.
get paid.
You should know these things.
You'll get paid.
God.
Sure,
Yeah,
it's
but
not
it's
gonna
frustrating,
stick
Getting
man.
harassed by a
Usually-
guy who DJ'd on his cell phone.
Oh, yeah. I still did what I was supposed to, man.
You did, and
Yeah.
you did a great job. Both of you did.
So we should get paid. Usually in these things, you get paid the same night. You walk out of there with your money. You don't wait for a fucking week.
Shirley didn't get paid.
they're doing the.
Oh,
art
Shirley
market.
got paid.
They're doing
Shirley got paid.
Yeah, here's my.
Shirley
pay.
got paid.
Here's my pay.
Oh.
$13.
No,
Here,
no, no.
Here. Choke on it, you cocksuckers.
Motherfucker.
I'm kidding. I need that for a bus fare.
Bus fare.
Yeah,
You guys will get your money.
Seriously.
We're going on vacation.
Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow. Come on.
I can't go on vacation,
I'm so glad I started this sport.
Shirley says to him, listen, you're going to get your money. It's not like I'm going to run off to Mexico.
Yeah,
you know where
to find
You know where to
me.
find me every day. Well, where the fuck is my money? Now he comes to life.
And
where
he's
the
angry.
Yeah. Where the fuck is my money? Now, I would be embarrassed to take money for what he did. I thought he was going to say to Shirley, listen, please don't give me the money.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I don't deserve.
I think I owe you money for humiliating. And you go, no, where the fuck is my money? And what? And so Shirley explains to him, says, listen.
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, it's the greatest special ever. It's the greatest special
my
on television. Howard TV, God bless you. Then Shirley says to him, listen, it's not like I got paid and I'm withholding the money. He goes, well, I saw cash there at the bar, and we should have gotten paid that night. There was lots of cash. And Shirley goes, look, I don't have the cash. The guy is going to send me a check. I'm confident in it. As soon as I get a check, I'm going to give you your money. Fuck you, Shirley. Where's the money?
Wow.
But, I mean, wow, does he come to
I
life
can't
back
wait.
there? And Ronnie sits there and laughs because he can't believe it.
But it's so true, Howard. You hit it right on the head. He comes to life in that situation when we're in Philly and Ronnie's mic doesn't work and Scott's mic does work. He's the only one that can be heard.
Right.
He says nothing. Nothing.
Is this thing on? Testing.
And I'm giving him the double thumbs up. Turn it up. Turn it up.
Yeah, and you'll see on this stage show, mostly it's like Scott engineering. That's his bit. Like he's sitting there being yelled at.
He's working.
That's a sign for something. What does it mean?
I'm not the engineer here. I'm the talent. It's not my fault the club has a bad sound system. And it's like, well,
dear.
it's like, well, they don't know what else to do with you, so they yell at you about the sound.
You know,
Listen, you've got to listen. There's got to be some mechanism in you, some type A mechanism that says, you know what? Since I got to go on stage 10 more times this year, I'm going to come up with like 5 funny things to say, and then get the fuck off.
Okay. Well, I'm really not on stage a lot. We only did
Scott, for the 3 seconds you're on stage. Have some sort of game plan.
Okay.
Not just getting into it with Ronnie. He sounds idiotic, and you sound more idiotic. He's got nothing to say, and you've got less.
It's 2 straight men working with each
It's
other.
unbelievable. And I know Shuli's point. Like, Shuli's point is, hey, this is a train wreck. That's what people are coming to see. But why do you want to be a train wreck? You're going to go up to you're going to have a couple of things to say. Something.
Why do you have to be an absolute catastrophe?
He literally gets on stage, opens his mouth like as if no one told him ahead of time he had to get on a stage.
Right, like he didn't know people were going to be there.
Like somebody dragged him onto the stage out of the audience.
We shoved him on there.
Yeah.
What am I doing here?
Well, Ralph, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, first of all, you can't blame Scott for demanding his money because clearly this is the only reason he's doing it is to get paid. It's not.
All right, but Shuli didn't get the money yet. Shuli's not a millionaire.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking, what could Scott do?
Right.
And there's really nothing he can do.
What's wrong with the dunk tank?
Well,
that's fun.
Yeah.
Or if he doesn't want to be humiliated that way, get up and there's got to be 5 things you could talk about.
He can't be funny. He's a bore. And if you go to this show, you get what you pay for. You're going to see these 2 idiots.
Not really. You're going to see comedians like Shuli. I mean, we're
then
not.
why are you
we're
getting
not the
paid?
show.
There?
We're not the show. Why are we there?
He doesn't even know.
Well, maybe that's a good question for you to ask yourself. Why am I here?
Exactly.
All right. That's a good place to start.
Shuli wanted us.
What if you just got to laugh. What if you got up and said, why am I here? Does anybody know? I'm going to go around the room and ask people, why am I here?
I know.
I have nothing to say. I do nothing.
That would be great if he walked up. Why am I here?
What could I do if I am here?
Sir, why am I here? Howie Mandel talked about the early part of his career, and he said he really got up on stage, and he had no material whatsoever. So what did he do? He got up and he goes, he would go up to people in the audience and would just go, I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing to say. And people started laughing. He did something.
He worked with the crowd. His crowd work, Howie Mandel, was brilliant.
It was brilliant. Because
absolutely.
then he'd go, the people would start laughing. Go, what? What did I do? What are you laughing at?
What if I take a rubber glove and blow it up?
Do it. Steal his act.
Yeah, right. I should steal somebody's act.
Steal Howie's act.
My buddy Howie Mandel, I was hanging with at the UFC fight.
That's what I heard.
Dropper over
See,
there.
I got to work with a big star like this. He gets nervous.
All he wanted me to do was come back and tell you should take that job.
All right, listen, if the job is offered to me, I'll consider it.
And in all fairness, Howard, Scott has brought some ideas to the table.
Like?
Giant sunglasses to hand out to the audience.
Listen, the reason...
There you go.
I love it.
Yeah, but he never brought him. That's the...
He never brought them.
I've got an idea. I'll hand out giant sunglasses.
I wasn't paying for them.
Oh, you mean you wanted them to buy giant
No, I
sunglasses?
have them. I do have them. It just didn't.
What are you doing with giant sunglasses?
I have them left over for my DJ business.
I see. So hand them out. But what do you do after that?
Buy more.
Yeah.
So now it's
You'll have
costing
to come
him.
up with something else.
All right.
Giant sunglasses.
I have an idea, Shuli, if I'd like to run it by you. Not that I have to.
Those are great prizes.
Shuli, what do you think about me going through the crowd and handing out giant sunglasses?
I'm not married to it. Just a thought.
And then I'll say to the audience, if you have any giant ants in your yard, you could burn them with the giant sunglasses.
See, who wouldn't want to come to a show like this?
You know what you should have him do? Come out and do what he used to do with the with this DJ business to try and get the crowd going.
No, they tried.
Well, that's what he's supposed to be doing.
That's what his dancing routine is.
I told him maybe do some push-ups on stage. Have the audience challenge you to some
No, because
push-ups.
sometimes he does stand, hands up, baby, hands up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and didn't go over well.
Can't imagine
a riot broke out.
People stormed out. They all went into Zuccotti Park and lived there.
That's
for the
what the protest is
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, I can't do this all day. Scott, good luck with your tour.
Thank you.
Shuli, good luck with the tour.
Thank you,
Ronnie,
Howard.
of course. And today...
Julie, shame on you. You're just using these guys for attention.
Of course he is.
You're
and
you're
by
a
the way, yes,
professional.
he'll admit that
Sure.
freely. But
I'm not denying that.
and by the way, if you are going to any of any of the shows, you might get some giant sunglasses, and who knows? I hear a rumor that in the future you might get a funny hat. There you go. All right. Thank you very much, Scott.
Ronnie.
Yes, sir.
Have you gotten too big for the block party?
Yes.
No. Too Hollywood?
What? What did you say? Nothing. What are you talking about?
Nothing, sir.
Shuli, have you seen a change or an evolution in Ronnie's persona since the block party began?
Yeah, I remember the first block party. He was dragging his knuckles.
You guys.
The ray of sunshine. No, you know what? I will say this.
Yeah, shut the lights.
I will say this. Ronnie, it really does enjoy doing these shows, and
we have a great time. It's a lot of fun.
He really does dig it. So, and I'm happy with that. And Scott, he does enjoy it too when money is put in his hand at the end of the night. And you know, with this team, we can't go wrong.
Well, I thought you hit it on the head, Shuli, that the show has evolved into something that's so bad it's good. And you don't want to change that format. It works.
Right. Like, you know, okay, so to me, it's worse if we sit here and put bits together and plan and whatever, sketches, jokes, whatever the fuck we do, and we go out there and it sucks, then we look fucking real bad. So if we go out there, knowing and telling people, look, this isn't a polished, well-oiled machine. There's going to be some bumps. There's going to be some lulls here and there. You get what you expect, and people seem to be happy, you know, until you guys put your fucking cameras in their face. Apparently then, you know, we get a different review of the show, but whatever.
Yeah, exactly. We get a different review.
When they come and see us, they enjoy it, you know, and they're turning out. I mean, we're getting better and better crowds at every show, and now we're taking this thing cross country, man.
And my motto in show business is now, any publicity is good publicity.
That's right.
Man,
That's right.
Ronnie Nation, this has become. Ronnie, you mentioned in the studio you sort of got cut off, but that if you
nobody cuts me off anymore. Nobody.
Sorry, you let someone cut you off because you chose. You mentioned that if you had something pre-planned, if you tried to get out some sort of act, that the crowd would just simply boo you. They want to hear the rowdy Ronnie.
Exactly. Why would I want to go out there and say, hey, I'm Ronnie the limo driver. I used to be a limo driver, but now I'm in the studio all the time. They don't want to hear that shit. They know that.
I agree. It's the same reason why Scott doesn't want to be happy at these shows and full of life is because people expect Scott from the show. So he puts on a good show, and he comes in there with this somber attitude. Meanwhile, he's doing cartwheels up and down the whole night.
He's so much more effervescent and joyful when the camera stopped rolling.
In all seriousness, I couldn't do this without these guys.
So they better not fucking use my name if I'm not there anymore.
What's that?
It better not be the Ronnie Munn block party if I'm not there. You just remember that. You ditch me on this fucking thing, you better change the name.
What,
you got that?
We're going to end up in court for copyright infringement?
You got that right.
All right. What if I tell him, hey, Ronnie's, you know, welcome to the block party, Ronnie's here, he's in my pocket. I don't have to take you out.
You can do that.
People believe it.
We should do like a thing, you know, with special effects where I come out of your pocket.
Green screen? This is why I drink. We start spitballing ideas, and I need alcohol. I need to numb the pain.
Are you a month away from pyrotechnics?
Poor Shuley.
Poor me. Poor me.
I feel so bad for him.
But
we're booking gigs left and right, but I feel real bad for him.
We're having a blast.
Scott, before you went in the studio, it seemed to a lot of us that
they're gonna break my balls.
You're very agitated with Howard, and possibly rightfully so, given the way he's treated you.
Only
in the last...
agitated with you. Oh, you're not supposed to be. But you're asking me questions.
Well, this is not for behind the scenes. This is for a regular show. So, but Scott, I saw you warm up a little bit to both Howard and to everyone in the studio just now.
What about it?
What prompted that? Why, was it the memories of the block party?
Oh, the memories are so wonderful. I don't know. I mean, you're on the air. What am I going to do?
Well, it took you a while to even go on the air. I mean, you sat here for a good 5 minutes.
Did you see what I had to do? See the news that Robin needs?
I saw a little silent protest.
It takes like a fucking hour to do that.
I know, but I saw a little bit of silent protest in your eyes.
No, I was busy. If I went in right away, she would never have the news. I was working.
Nevertheless, it was nice to see you back in the studio with a smile on your face.
I promise I'll never let that happen again.
Scott, what did you take from that conversation? What will you try to incorporate into
what would I take?
Your quote-unquote act?
I would take, Scott, give up. Leave the business.
No, but he
That's what I
said
would
just to
take.
have, even if it's one line, Howard said, just a little bit more performance while you're up there. A little bit more preparation. Which avenue of his suggestions do you see yourself exploring?
I don't know, maybe some comedy. 5 lines, 10 lines. Try some, throw out the ones that don't work. Go from there.
At the end of the day, given all the aggravation, the way Ronnie and Shuli bust your balls on the air when you come back from these weekends, is it worth it both monetarily and emotionally?
Not really. No, we have a good time. It's a good show. It's a good show. People should come and watch me eat in the meet and greet. You pay extra for that privilege.
As Robin put it, the eat and greet.
The eat and greet, yes, I love it. The eat and greet. That's what they told me it was. Maybe I missed the M on the memo. Typo.
We've always known you're about meeting girls,
meeting guys
and such.
Right.
What we didn't know and what we just found out in that last segment is that you're about writing poetry.
Yeah, I've written a few.
What type of rhythm or verse structure do you use when you write? Are you more of a haiku guy? Do you do more of a rhyme scheme? I mean,
Rhyme scheme.
And so you do.
I go for the rhyme scheme.
A little 1-2-1-2 type of back
It's
and
usually
forth?
3 to 5 paragraphs of trying to make everything rhyme together.
What inspired this? Where did this come from?
Girls, man.
But when I think of you,
me?
Well, I always think of you.
Thank you.
But when I think of you, I don't think of a poet or someone who gets overly romantic in that sense. I could see you sending flowers to work and pulling smooth moves and stuff like that. But poetry, I didn't see that coming down the pike.
Hey, guy's got to do it. A guy's got to do it to impress a chick, man.
How long have you been writing poetry for?
Oh, probably since about 17.
Who are your biggest influences?
What do you mean? I have no,
in the world of poetry, are you a Whitman guy?
No, I don't even know who Whitman is.
Longfellow?
No clue. Just my own thing.
You're inspired by Mund and Mund only.
I'll give you a line.
Yes,
right?
yes, please.
As I lie alone late at night, I think of you. What a lovely sight. And that's all you get.
And how does this go over with the ladies?
It goes over pretty well, man.
Would you say 60% of the time it works every time?
I say 90% of the time.
It works every time.
No, not every time. There's a 10%. All right, let's say 85-15. How's that? All right.
I might break your balls, but I'm learning from you at the same time.
Okay, good. I like to hear that. I like that. That's good.
Mund Nation, baby.
There you go, man.
Sweeping the U.S. of A.
There you go.